Hello, you're watching Access, my name's Rob Pearson, and these are the PlayStation Store highlights for Wednesday the 31st of August 2016. First up this week on PS4 and PS Vita is god-smacking JRPG God Eater 2 Rage Burst, a revamped version of God Eater 2 featuring additions like Blood Rage, a new battle mechanic that allows you to buff up your teammates for more effective smacking of ridiculously sized monsters, which is still very much the main draw, using big weapons in a big open post-apocalyptic sci-fi setting to kill really big enemies. Sound like fun to you? Then God Eater 2 Rage Burst is available right now. Also available now on PS4 is Resident Evil 4, the peerless action horror classic that revolutionised shooting zombies in the face when it first released on PS2 back in 2005. It's testament to Resi 4's brilliance then that it's still amazing 11 years later. The game is slick, accurate, responsive, perfectly paced, and now, thanks to a brand new PS4 facelift, looks better than ever, as if we needed an excuse to play through it again anyway. Also mega exciting for shooter fans this week is the Battlefield 1 open beta, beginning on the 31st of August and running until the 8th of September. You'll be thrust into the beautiful Sinai Desert map where you can try out 2 different modes, Conquest and Rush, as well as getting to grips with all new vehicles, weapons, and the ability to run about on horseback, skewering people with sabres. Finally on PS4 this week is the inimitable The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Game of the Year edition, a gargantuan fantasy role player which includes the main game plus 16 pieces of DLC and, most importantly, both the Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine expansions, which on their own are enough to keep you going for well over 20 hours. Altogether, The Witcher 3 Game of the Year edition is staggeringly huge, and if for some reason you still haven't taken the plunge with Geralt, then my goodness, get this downloaded. If you're after a bargain this week, then as usual we've got you covered. Deal of the week is the wonderfully gothic Dark Souls 3 with its imposing architecture and even more imposing bosses, while over in the Call of Duty zone there are savings on the likes of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Call of Duty Ghosts. And don't forget PlayStation Retro, which sees money off golden oldies like Parappa the Rapper 2, Forbidden Siren, Wild Arms 3 and loads more. Finally, if you're after something to watch this week, then why not try out Captain America Civil War, essentially a silver screen adaptation of that time you got all your favourite superhero action figures and bashed them together in the garden for an entire afternoon. But with way better special effects and a typically warm and witty Marvel script, obviously. Perfect popcorn viewing, get it watched. For a full list of this week's store update, hit the PlayStation blog. Don't forget you can purchase all of this content online at store.playstation.com, and please remember, all PlayStation Store content is subject to change. Hit subscribe for your weekly shot of PlayStation Store goodness, and for loads of awesome videos on everything PS4, PS3 and PS Vita.